The moment we have waited for has finally begun. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm very excited for what comes next here. We're seeing a great surge overnight, and we'll talk about why that is, what's going on, and if this does in fact have the legs to take us to some higher price points. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So the reason why I tell people not to get too high or too low in the crypto market is when you let sentiment take over, you miss things like this taking place. And if you went to bed yesterday pissed off and dumped your position, well, you just missed out on a 7.5% surge on today's daily candle. And ADA did a few very important things here. First of all, broke through its 20-day moving average, broke through this bull flag that we were printing, broke through its 50-day, broke through its 200-day, broke through its 100-day, broke out of its big bull flag that has been building since December. So this is a big bullish pattern for ADA. What we did also get is a major cross on the stochastic RSI. Weekly, we are just now getting out of the oversold range. So what we're seeing is a move for ADA that may in fact have some more legs behind it. I'm not saying that this is going to happen for sure, not guaranteeing that. But what is actually helping make this move possible is BTC surging close to 100K. And if you guys remember, I talked about if we can breach 100K, you might start seeing things get pretty lively across the crypto market. We haven't even done that yet. And why this is so important is what we've seen is one, BTC dominance actually dropping down to about 65% currently, actually looking like it's about to drop below it. And secondly, we've actually seen USDT dominance drop off below 5%. And this is actually the lowest point of USDT dominance since all the way back on March 6th. Or, well, I guess you could say March 7th as well. But the point I'm trying to make is you're seeing retail confidence. We are starting to see some of that sideline capital begin to re-enter the space. And what's so impressive about this is you have to remember, during these last few weeks, we've actually seen a lot of capital enter the crypto market and flock to stable coins. So now even a lot of that capital is starting to flow into the crypto market. What we've now seen is the total market cap of crypto actually hit the highest point we've seen since that surge all the way back on March 2nd and March 3rd, but more importantly, since back on February 24th. So what we're witnessing right now is a major shift across the crypto market. And yes, this is something that can in fact continue. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen for sure, but just a couple things that people need to note. First of all, in the latter part of yesterday, Donald Trump actually rescinded the global chip export restrictions. This caused NVIDIA to pump, and we're probably seeing a little bit of a spillover from that taking place. Also announced, there's actually a trade deal agreement that has been reached between the UK and the US. Also another big deal. Okay, institutional money still buying. Great sign there. Yesterday was $142 million inflow day, and we had several institutional players actually participating in this, allowing this pump to happen. All right. So this is why we're seeing these moves take place. But I think more importantly is the liquidations. I kept talking about, how much pressure this was from shorts, and people were too bearish and they were trying to push the crypto market down. Well, just over the last 12 hours alone, there was a 10-to-1 short liquidation imbalance. And what I mean by that is there were 10 times more shorts liquidated in the crypto market than there were longs. $232 million versus $20 million. And this is not a ratio that has changed over the past several time frames here. 4 hours, right? 71 million to 6.5 million in longs, 13.3 million in shorts to 1 million in longs just over the last hour alone. So shorts right now are just absolutely hemorrhaging. And why I'm also saying that we may have more legs upon this, guys, the shorts, they're not being smart. They're just continuing to pile on top here. Guys, this is the 3-day chart, and look at this. They're just continuing to open up new positions. Oh yeah, we won't get liquidated. We're bound to do for a correction. We're going to see things drop back down. And I wouldn't necessarily be so sure, because again, if we continue to see, and that was the BTC side, if we continue to see institutional money buy in the way that they are, it's something that could actually have some legs as the day goes on. All right. We're seeing the same thing take place in terms of ADA. And what I think is more important in terms of ADA is if we look at this 2-week chart in terms of leverage, look at where this big block of liquidations is, right at about 72, 73 cents or so. And we have not reached that yet today. But if we start hitting that, there is so much concentration of leverage, hundreds of millions of dollars of liquidations right in this range up to about 75 cents. You could see ADA actually get a little pop and reach some high levels that we have not seen since all the way back at the end of March. So this is a very exciting sign that we're seeing across the crypto space. Now, remember, Donald Trump has still mentioned, like we talked about yesterday, some major earth-shattering announcement that is supposed to be coming sometime within the next few days. And that is where, again, you could see a little bit of fuel for this fire, a little bit more in terms of legs across the crypto space. Now, what I will say, just so everybody's aware, on a lot of these time frames, especially the 4-hour chart and the 1-hour chart, we are in this oversold range, or I'm sorry, overbought range in terms of the stochastic RSI. We're approaching this on the 12-hour, and that is simply because this is such a large move in a short period of time. All right. Now, that being said, we've seen this many times before where we've reached this overbought range, and we've still continued to run and run and run and run and run. So this run isn't necessarily over. I was going to say I'm somewhat cautiously optimistic, but I'm pretty optimistic now. I mean, this is the move that we'd kind of been talking about for a while, and it has the potential to turn into something even bigger. We'll just have to be patient and watch and wait and see how things play out. This is all coming on a little bit increased volume than we've seen in most of the days this week. So I'm happy. I hope you guys are too. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think comes next? Is this pump going to be sustainable? But have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.